You can be seated. Candidates, faculty, staff, family, and friends, welcome to the August 2022 Miami University Doctoral Hooding Ceremony and Graduation. My name is Michael Crowder, and I'm Dean of the Graduate School. This is indeed a special day, and we are pleased to have so many of our doctoral graduates and their friends and families with us here on this beautiful campus. We're also pleased that many others are joining us via live stream so that this special day can be shared by family and friends who could not join us here in person. Because of the nature of the accomplishments of the people in this room, we are proud to offer a separate ceremony for our doctoral graduates each year. The doctoral degree is the highest academic degree offered, and this group of soon-to-be alumni deserves this special recognition. Let me introduce our platform party. Joining me today is Dr. Gregory Crawford, 22nd President of Miami University, Dr. Renata Crawford, Miami University's Ambassador and Adjunct Professor of Physics, Dr. Elizabeth Mullinex, Interim Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Renee Bernstein, Associate Dean, College of Arts and Science, Dr. Elise Redina, Associate Dean of the Graduate School, representing the Dean of the College of Education, Health, and Society, and Dr. Lauren DeBonte, co-R&D leader of the Global Confectionery and Plant-Based Protein Oils Group at Cargill Incorporated, and this year's alumni speaker. In addition to the platform party, we are being assisted today by Dr. Amity Noltemeyer, Associate Dean of the Graduate School, and Megan Davidson, Assistant to the Dean and Manager of Graduate Student Services. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 22nd President of Miami University, Dr. Gregory Crawford. President Crawford, I invite you to the podium.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Well, welcome graduates, family, friends, and distinguished faculty. To our newest graduates, congratulations on earning your doctoral degree at Miami University. You have demonstrated the courage to accept a challenge head-on and to ask and answer questions that no one has asked or answered before. You have immersed yourself in those questions and dedicated yourself to the ultimate scholarship, creating knowledge, seeking answers to enduring questions, and advancing your discipline, well-being, and individuals in society. The journey has not been easy for most. At times, you have traveled an ambiguous path to answer a scholarly question, but you discovered the answer and communicated it to advance your discipline and the human progress. And some of you have taken unexpected detours along the way that surprisingly led to the discovery of new directions to pursue. No matter the route, these paths fed your curiosity and elevated you to form a being a pupil rather than just a master in your field. Sorry. Now, you are an expert, you are a teacher, and you are a doctor. Today, we are honored to have you earning your degree from Miami University, but you have already distinguished yourself as a scholar. This is a proud day for your advisors who have supported you through this journey and encouraged and inspired all of you. They were there to say, strive for excellence when you contemplated that good was good enough. Now they can celebrate your perseverance with you. You may always view them as your advisor, but today they see you as colleagues. We are all humbled by your accomplishments, proud of the knowledge you have advanced here at Miami University. Thank you to our faculty members for your mentorship and collegiality as you train these new PhD graduates. We all share in your joy and pride because you're students and what we look forward to in the future. To all of you, as you leave this place to apply your knowledge and advance your discipline and service to others, we send our admiration, our best wishes, and our gratitude for your contributions to Miami University. Thank you, and love and honor.
It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Elizabeth Mullinex, Interim Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs.
It is a great joy for me to join you today at this very significant milestone in your career as scholars, scientists, future teachers, and academics. I fondly remember the months leading up to my doctoral hooding. I was a PhD student at the University of Illinois, and I was 9 months pregnant with my first child, my son Tom, who recently finished his graduate degree at Miami. I defended my dissertation on a Friday, deposited it on Monday, and went into labor on Tuesday. I gave birth to 2 babies that spring. I remember the joy and the excitement, but I remember the stress as well. My major professor and lifelong mentor, a victim of COVID's horrible sweep through America in 2020, would say to me all the time, wistfully, I remember graduate school. You will look back on this so fondly. It's just the best time of your life. And I was thinking, I have to write a 400-page book to graduate. So I understand this is a significant experience, but it's also pretty stressful. I'm not sure I would wax poetic about it. And it was stressful, right? It has been stressful, I'm sure, for all of you. All the reading and the multiple 20-page papers due on the same week, and the wondering about whether or not I was smart enough to be a college professor. Or even if I was smart enough, would I be able to find a job? Stressful. And then there was the pregnancy. Yet I do clearly remember, despite the sleep deprivation of being a new parent, that I stood there on that day while my mentor hooded me, and it was one of the proudest moments of my life. I hope it is also that for you. Only 1.2% of adults in the U.S. have a PhD. I hope you can really feel this moment, in this moment, the significance of what you have accomplished with your talent, through your hard work, through your resilience and perseverance. For you were all part of the COVID graduate student era, and the great feat you have accomplished was made vastly more difficult because you were in the midst of a global pandemic. Of course, you did not do it alone, and I would like to take this moment to recognize all who were part of your support network. Thank you, mentors, families, and friends. In a typical hooding ceremony, your faculty mentor places your doctoral hood on your shoulders, formally welcoming you into the academy, as they were welcomed by their mentors, and their mentors were welcomed throughout the ages. Your hood signifies that you are now a peer, a colleague. Today, officially, you receive a new permanent title, doctor. The linguistic root of doctor is the Latin word docere, which means to teach. This is both your permanent title and a reminder of the mandate we share. Every time someone calls you doctor, I hope you remember that you are helping to keep knowledge alive, invigorate debate and intellectual discovery, and construct the landscapes of meaning for future generations. For centuries, this has been our sacred mission as members of the Academy. It is now also your mission. Congratulations to you all.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Renata Crawford, Miami University Ambassador and Adjunct Professor of Physics.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations. This is very exciting. And it is my pleasure to introduce a distinguished Miami University Graduate School alumnus and today's guest speaker, Dr. Lauren Dabonte. Dr. Dabonte earned his BS in biology from Rochester Institute of Technology in 1976 and his PhD in botany from Miami in 1983. After Miami, he was a postdoctoral associate at the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Lawrence started his career as a research scientist at DNA Plant Technology and then was a founding member of Intermountain Canola, serving as the research manager. From there, he moved to Cargill, Inc., where he has served in many roles over the last 28 years, including as Assistant Vice President of Research and Development, R&D leader of the large chain food services oils group, and most recently as co-R&D leader of the Global Confectionery and Plant-Based Protein Oils Group. Lauren and his teams developed high oleic and low saturated frying oils and omega-3 canola oils into the market. These contributions led to the reduction of trans fats and improved health of consumers and operations of restaurants. This work has resulted in over 100 patents in oils, seeds, and genetics. Dr. DeBonte currently serves as R&D Corporate Fellow, which is the most prestigious technical designation that a Cargill R&D employee can earn. This position allows him to solve the challenges of Cargill's global oil customers through innovation, to develop the next R&D leaders, and to advance inclusion and diversity in the global world of Cargill. We are delighted to have such an impressive leader and alumnus to join us today. Please help me to welcome Dr. Lauren DeBonte.
Thank you very much. Hello and good afternoon to the university leadership, to the faculty, guests, and our honored students. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. It's a momentous time in your life, and I am honored and humbled to be part of your doctoral hooding ceremony. On this stage, we have the future of our world. They are a diverse group of thought leaders who have addressed problems, challenged the status quo, and melded their deep knowledge into solutions that will make our world better. And we are glad for each one of you to have graduated here at Miami University. Many of the 40 doctoral students are here today to be hooded by their advisors. It is impressive to see the pursuit of higher learning during such a dynamic challenge in our society. We need you to take the baton forward for higher learning and the pursuit of knowledge and facts. I was hooded at Miami University 39 years ago as a PhD in botany. Miami and Oxford are home to me wherever I go in the world. It is where my fellow graduate students were family. We learned and discussed science together. We began to see the world differently. We learned and discussed how we could change the world, and we grew and matured as scientists and leaders. The guidance from my advisor, Dr. Ken Wilson, and that of my graduate committee were so important to my development and future focus. Your advisors are here with you today in recognition of your accomplishments and fulfillments of the requirements of the doctoral degree. They are with you to celebrate, to show they believe in you, and to be your lifetime supporters. On this day, the feeling of accomplishment and excitement is at an all-time high. We leave Miami University, the calling of the Beta Bells, the slant walk uptown, and sitting under the beauty of the campus trees to go out into the world. We go with confidence to pursue what is next, to make change, and to progress humanity forward for the good of all. The love of Miami University and this time will always be in your hearts. You have achieved more than those before you. You have studied and advanced the understanding of your field during the most challenging time that our country and world has ever faced. The COVID-19 pandemic challenged life as we knew it around the globe. The world shut down and only now is gaining momentum to opening up. What was once open to you was closed for a significant period of the critical study and information gathering to prove your hypothesis. But you learned to adapt quickly, to use new teaching and learning methods. Your determination drove you forward to success. The challenges faced, open communication happened in ways that did not exist before. You broke the barriers of limited exchange and collaboration to become globally connected. Your work is now accelerated into the world for others to build upon. You are the new catalysts of discovery, innovation, and transformation. But this world needs healing. Social injustice continues. 15 of the 40 doctoral titles of our candidates address social issues. I'm very proud to see that. You saw events over and over again to remind you that the world we live in needs your help. As students of higher learning, you felt anger at the existence of inequality, whether on race, nationality, gender preference, education, or belief. The freedom of individual rights are under challenge, and war goes on in the world. You had many discussions, debates, and listened to new voices to find a path forward. We need you at the table to work together to bring new ways of thinking and actions into the world. We cannot be passive. We cannot stand in silence. We cannot allow people to be degraded or excluded. I ask you as fellow Miamians to strive for a diverse, equitable, and inclusive society. So let me share some of my learnings over the last 39 years. So as you start your journey, the number one thing is follow your passion. Your studies and graduate accomplishments have opened new adventures and opportunities. If you wake up every day with the enthusiasm for the work ahead, the discoveries to be made, the connections to build, then you have found your passion. When the greatest challenge is before you and you are excited to take it on, you have your passion. My passion is to provide better nutrition through plant genetics. And it took me on a rewarding journey of 45 years of continued learning in business and science. As you leave here, you will join teams. You will lead teams and support teams. When you build a team, make it diverse. It should not reflect you in the mirror. Understand that the success of a team is having contributions from everyone at the table. Give each team member an equal chance to excel and contribute. Support the less experienced members on the team. Create a cohesive team that drives new exploration, agility, process improvement, and innovation. Be an influencer. You will change the world by influencing others to reach their potential, to see new opportunities, to change direction, and to accomplish what is needed. During my studies at Miami University, Dr. Hardy Eshbal influenced me to think bigger than a biochemical pathway, which led me into a career of breeding and genetics of the brassica family for oil development that forever changed the world. Consider your own awareness. We are continually distracted by our problems. Uncertainties plague us, and we do not have clear sight of the future. We are weighed down by what is expected and of that which is not accomplished. Practice to quiet the mind of the non-essential clutter, to remove the barriers that hold you back. Stop negative thoughts from becoming your reality and limiting you from your true self. I encourage you to be aware and release yourself from what holds you back to achieve the great things that you are destined for. Build internet and interactive networks. Building and maintaining an interactive network is critical for your career. You bring in diversity of experiences. You bring in knowledge, global views, cultural diversity, mentors to grow you, supporters that listen. Your network is part of your pathway to successful career ahead. Finally, have values to live by. Values provide a common framework underlying all that we do. Our values guide us to be faster decision makers and operate with consistency in times of ambiguity. Cargill, the company that I work for, has 3 values that have been my guide in and out of the workplace. The first one is very simple. Do the right thing. Be honest and transparent. Follow what is right for the people you work with, the customers you are interacting with, the communities you live in, and the planet that we are all part of. Put people first. Put people's physical and psychological safety above all else. Help others and your neighbors reach their full potential by respecting everyone, being inclusive and valuing differences. And last, reach higher. Be optimistic and believe in your abilities to create a better future. We all do. That's why we're here. Be humble while having the passion to motivate others. Have the agility for change to innovate as you learn. So in going forward, your graduation is a testament to your abilities to face challenges and make change happen. You have been educated in Miami University's rich tradition of research excellence. Now it is time for you to be the leaders, to grow with the experience of ahead, and to take the challenges that push you to be better. Most importantly, follow your passion and be the change agents in the world. Congratulations to all of you.
Dr. DeBonte, we want to thank you for your incredible speech and words of wisdom for our graduates, families, and faculty. We are extremely proud of your accomplishments, and we look forward to hearing more about you in the future. Please accept this small gift as a thanks for joining us today. Thank you very much. We're not far, graduates. You guys have been so patient. You may have noticed our dress when we entered. The academic costume, which makes the commencement procession so colorful, is as old as universities, more than 800 years old. It goes back to the days when students were members of the minor clergy and wore monkish gowns and hoods. In those days of unheated classrooms, the hood served very practical purposes. When the hood was not pulled over the head for warmth, the tippet at the end of the hood served as a convenient pocket to carry items such as reading and writing materials, and as legend tells, a snack or a discreet beverage. All right, I'm watching you guys over there. Both the gown and hood indicate the degree to be received and held by the wearer. The gown for a doctoral degree has belt-shaped sleeves, is faced down the front with velvet, and has 3 velvet crossbars on each sleeve. In the United States, the hood is edged with velvet in a color representing the type of degree received, and it is lined in silk with the colors of the university conferring the degree. For example, my hood is edged with dark blue for the Doctor of Philosophy degree, and is lined in blue and orange for my alma mater, the University of Virginia. Miami's doctoral hoods are edged with dark blue for the Doctor of Philosophy or light blue for the Doctor of Education, and are lined, of course, with red and white. In today's ceremony, each graduate will be presented with their doctoral hood as a keepsake, so that when they wear their gowns and hoods as faculty, they will join the ranks of a procession that displays their degree and the Miami University colors with pride. Now I have the pleasure of presenting the candidates for the doctoral degree, and I ask Dr. Crawford, President Crawford, Interim Provost Mullinex, Associate Deans Redina and Berenstein to join me in congratulating the graduates. Will the graduates for the Doctor of Philosophy and for the Doctor of Education degrees please stand as you're able and be recognized? Okay, you can be seated. We're getting to you, I promise. It is my distinct honor to present these candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Education. The doctoral degree is the highest academic degree and culminates a minimum of 4 years and often much more of study and research beyond the baccalaureate. After the completion of formal coursework, the candidate must pass comprehensive written and oral exams in the field of study and then write and defend a dissertation that makes an original scholarly contribution to the discipline. Each of the candidates has completed all of the requirements for his, her, or their degree, and I present these future scholars and leaders in science, education, social science, and humanities to you with pride. All attendees, advisors, and doctoral students shall remain seated until the student's name is called and appears on the screen. When the student's name is called, the doctoral student and advisor or advisors should proceed to the platform for the individual hooding. After hooding, each student may proceed to the designated location to get their picture taken before returning to their seats. Okay. Mackenzie Andrews, EDD in Educational Leadership, Major Professors Dr. Lucian Schlazewski and Dr. Thomas Petter, Hooding Professor Dr. Lucian Schlazewski. Julie Kinney, EDD in Educational Leadership, Major Professors Dr. Lucian Shlozewski and Dr. Joel Moline, Hooding Professor Dr. Lucian Shlozewski. Mary Denise Lutz, EDD in Educational Leadership, Major Professors Dr. Joel Moline and Dr. Brian Duart. Jennifer Mox, EDD in Educational Leadership, Major Professors Dr. Lucian Shlozewski and Dr. Joel Moline. Hooding Professor Dr. Lucian Shlozewski. Diane Smink, EDD in Educational Leadership, Major Professors Dr. Lucian Shlozewski and Dr. Lisa Weems. Jack Baker, PhD in Psychology, Major Professor Dr. Paul Flaspohler. Kate Bradford, PhD in Chemistry and Biochemistry, Major Professors Dr. Dominic Konkolowitz and Dr. Scott Hartley, Hooding Professor Dr. Dominic Konkolowitz. Dominique M. Brown, PhD in Educational Leadership, Major Professor Dr. Brittany Aronson. Justin Chandler, PhD in English, Major Professor Dr. Andrew Haybard. Ryan Denis, PhD in Educational Leadership, Major Professor Dr. Kathleen Knight Abowitz. George Escobar, PhD in Cellular, Molecular, and Structural Biology, Major Professor Dr. Carol Dabney Smith. Robert Feit, PhD in Psychology, Major Professor Dr. Joshua McGee, Hooding Professor Dr. Aaron Luby. Kevin Fitzgerald, PhD in Educational Leadership, Major Professor Dr. Kathleen Knight Abowitz. Tyler Jacobs, PhD in Psychology, Major Professor Dr. Alan McConnell. Anjali Jain, PhD in Psychology, Major Professors Dr. Vishali Raval and Dr. Aaron Luby. Shamika Kakari, PhD in Educational Leadership, Major Professor Dr. Elisa Abis. Jyoti Kashyap, PhD in Microbiology, Major Professor Dr. DJ Ferguson. Catherine Knauft, PhD in Psychology, Major Professor Dr. Verinda Kalia. Casey Kahida, PhD in English, Major Professor Dr. Anita Manure. Phyllis Che Mensa, PhD in Educational Leadership, Major Professor Dr. Lisa Weems. Monica Rahman, PhD in Chemistry and Biochemistry, Major Professors Dr. Richard Page and Dr. Dominic Konkolowitz, Hooding Professor Dr. Richard Page. Gul Muhammad Rien, PhD in Educational Leadership, Major Professor Dr. Joel Moline. Sydney Risley, PhD in Psychology, Major Professor Dr. Elizabeth Keel. Elizabeth Snedden Yepes, PhD in Psychology, Major Professor Dr. Anna Radke. Shannon Speed, PhD in Educational Leadership, Major Professor Dr. Rosemary Ward. Hannah Story, PhD in Educational Leadership, Major Professor Dr. Brittany Aronson. Leonie Velasquez Santana, PhD in Geology, Major Professor Dr. Claire McLeod.
Caitlin Thomas, PhD in Chemistry and Biochemistry, Major Professor Dr. Michael Crowder. Wen Zhang, PhD in Chemistry and Biochemistry, Major Professor Dr. Michael Crowder.
Well, now it's the time we've all been waiting for, the last piece of this process. Would all the candidates please stand if you're able? Do you want to kind of turn to the crowd a little bit so we can get some good pictures here? All right, and those that are not with us today will receive their degrees in absentia. But by the power vested in me by the state of Ohio, the Board of Trustees, and the faculty of Miami University, I hereby confer the degrees, appropriate degrees, on this new cohort of graduates. Congratulations.
All right, you may be seated just for a little bit longer. Well, this concludes the 2022 doctoral hooding and graduation ceremony. I want to thank the Graduate School and Miami staff for organizing and producing this ceremony. I want to congratulate the faculty members and family members who have supported these graduates in their careers. I especially want to congratulate the graduates for their hard work and for your perseverance. Under normal circumstances, earning a doctoral degree is difficult enough. However, in the last 2 years, your accomplishments deserve an even greater respect. As Provost Mullinex said, fewer than 2% of all Americans earn a doctoral degree. So each of you now is a member of an honored community. Each of you has the responsibility to contribute to the betterment of humankind, as well as to the natural environment, from Oxford, Ohio, to throughout the world. You're the next generation of scholars and leaders in science, education, social science, and humanities. We need your talents, work ethic, and intelligence to tackle the many challenges of our world. We look forward to hearing and reading about the great things that you will do. And so, to quote Dr. Seuss, our favorite, be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Alley Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Best wishes to all of you, and love and honor. So, final instructions, please remain seated for the playing of Miami University's alma mater song. After the alma mater, we will proceed with the recessional. The platform party will recess first, followed by vice presidents and deans, faculty advisors, graduates, and guests. Please remain seated until it's your time to recess. Thank you.